Are you ready? How many members of Team Jacob have we got in our house? Well, without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I proudly bring to you the man, the myth, the legend. It's Taylor Lautner!
Music and everything. That was cool.
Awesome. Did you ever think you'd have your own entrance anthem?
Yeah. Woo! Honestly, can we run that back real quick?
Do it again.
Oh, good. You got the music? All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, Taylor Lautner! Thank you for coming to the panel, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you at the next one, which starts... How are you, man? How have you enjoyed Liverpool?
I'm great. I wish every time I walked into a room, that was the reaction. That soundtrack.
It just makes your heart beat just a little bit more.
Yeah.
That adrenaline surge.
I feel really good right now. Like, I'm nervous.
Yeah, going in hard is going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing.
Thanks for having me, and thanks everybody for showing up and, you know, caring to listen to whatever I'm about ready to say.
So how have you found the process of being here with us at Monopoly Events Comic-Con Liverpool?
I'll be completely honest. I didn't think I would actually enjoy it as much as I have. Like, I thought it'd be fun, but it's been awesome. Like, I love it here. It's beautiful. I wish that I've been able to, like, explore more and see more of the city, but from what I've seen, it's stunning. And everybody, and I mean this, has just been so genuinely nice and, like, thankful and thoughtful. And just really, really sweet. I'm shocked. It's been great getting to meet everyone, and I'm having an awesome time. I want to come back.
It's what we're all about. We're having back, right? Absolutely. We are all one big, beautiful, happy family here at Comic-Con Liverpool. And I noticed that some of you have already started positioning yourselves in and around our podiums to ask some questions to Taylor. We will get to as many as we can, guys. But whilst you are posing your questions, please state your name clearly and concisely and give the most beautiful question you possibly can. We are all about spreading that positivity and all that love. So let us know if you've got questions. We will light up 1, 2, 3 and 4 and get to you guys. So, where shall we start? Where shall we start? Shall we talk about a little film you were in? A little series of films you were in? Some of you might have watched 1 or maybe 2. Has anybody heard of Twilight? I think 3 of them have heard of it. So, tell me all about it. So, before we get deep into the character and have a little chat, if you were to take Taylor Lautner out of playing the role, would you be Team Jacob or Team Edward? If you were sat there in the movie theater and watching it.
Okay, that helps, because it depends how you look at it. Team Jacob fans, don't get mad at me. Yes, if it were me and I was sitting in the movie theater, I personally would root for Jacob. Do I think that maybe he was the right person, wrong time? Yeah, like, I do believe that for Bella, maybe Edward was the right decision. I mean, I don't think she could have gone wrong, but myself, yeah, I would have, I mean, I'd choose Jacob all day. I think he's a stand-up guy, but it's obviously a complicated situation.
I think we'd all go Team Jacob. We'd all go Team Jacob, right?
I don't know. I had several people that were taking photos with me that showed up in Team Edward shirts. And that was ballsy. Very ballsy.
Shame on you. We're going to come to some of our first questions in just a couple of moments' time, but I wanted to ask you, so obviously you played one of the most iconic characters in movie history now. It has just taken on a whole world of its own. Did you ever think, from reading the first script and reading the first book, that it was going to take the world by storm as much as it did?
The answer is no. I'll tell this story quick, because my wife was sitting on the side of the stage over there, and I just told this story, I forget where, but I just told it for the first time. Actually, I think I was 16 years old at the time, and to be honest, I was getting frustrated with acting, because I was getting told no a lot. Like, I started working very young. I did Shark Boy and Lava Girl, Cheaper by the Dozen.
I represent you, brother.
Right? Got some Shark Boy fans. But then, after those two films, I went into a dry spell, which, I mean, so many actors go through, and it's tough, because you go into all these rooms and meet all these people, and you get told no a lot. And I was like going through middle school and high school, and I went a couple of years, I mean, probably, three or 4 years with pretty much booking nothing. And I was devastated, and I was ready to give up. And then I got to the final stage of auditions for 2 projects, and like the final stage is called a screen test, and it's when it's down to like 3 to 5 people, and you go in and you read, you know, for the director and the producers and the studio, and it's very intimidating. If they already have somebody cast, you can, you know, you'll read with them, do like a chemistry read, and I had this screen test for 2 projects in the same day, which was crazy. Like, I went through, 3 or 4 years of nothing, and then I'm screen testing for 2 films in one day. And I'm like, this is crazy. How many times have I said crazy so far? Sorry. It is crazy. One of the films was a film I really, really wanted. It was called Journey to the Center of the Earth. And I would be acting opposite The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. Like, I'm 16 years old. Like, that sounds like a dream. And the other one was this, like, vampire novel called Twilight, which I had never heard of. And so I do both the auditions. My agent calls me after. He's like, how did they go? I was like, they, seem to both go well. I really, really want that Journey to the Center of the Earth. Like, huge Disney movie opposite The Rock. Like, sounds like a lot of fun to film. I was like, but we'll see about the vampire thing. And he's like, I don't know, you may want to rethink this vampire novel. It's got a lot of traction. There's a good fan base out there. I'm like, really? I've never heard of it. And he's like, yeah, we'll see. And then probably a week or 2 later, he calls. He's like, I got good news and bad news for you. I'm like, what's that? He's like, bad news is you didn't get the Rock movie. I was like, oh. He's like, but you did get the vampire one. And I was like, okay. I mean, we'll see. And he's like, I'm telling you, like, it's gonna be big. So at that moment, I was told from so many people that it was gonna be big, and there was this huge, fan base, that I just wasn't privy to it, because I didn't read the books, I didn't have any friends that did, so I didn't know anything about it going into it. So I knew that, because I was told it was going to be big, but had no idea it was going to be what it became. And then, it goes on from there, where I was supposed to only be in the first movie, and then it was a whole fight to keep the role. So it was a journey to the center of the earth.
And aren't we glad that he didn't get Journey and he did get Twilight? Yeah! Love it, brother. It will live forever. We're going to come to microphone number 1. If you want to ask your question, please feel free. Light us up, please, if we can, guys. That'd be amazing. Please state your name nice and clearly and give us your question.
Hi, I'm Paige. Firstly, I want to thank you, because I've been a big fan since I was 8 with Shark Boy and Lava Girl. And I got to meet you yesterday, and it was honestly the best experience.
I remember you.
Oh, good, thank you.
That has just made
That's
her
just
life.
made my life. My question is, you've done so many different projects, all different kinds. Obviously, when you was young, Cheap by the Dozen, and then you've got your action ones, and obviously Twilight. What's been your favourite and why?
Okay, that's a really difficult question, but if I had to choose, it would probably be Cuckoo.
Yes!
Yeah, if I was being completely honest, it would probably be that. I mean, I've enjoyed aspects of every project, obviously, and I do have my favorites, but Cuckoo was so much fun. The cast was unbelievable. I became so close with everybody. That was a project when I originally was offered it, I was terrified of it. And I've learned this in life. Every time I've been terrified of something and thought there's no way I can do that, when I push through and actually do it, it ends up being, you know, one of the best decisions of my life. And Cuckoo was that. I was like, there's an unbelievably talented cast, super funny people. I'm not funny. I'm like the only American in the show. Like, the writing is insane. I can't do this. And of course I did, and it just, all aspects of that show, just being over here, falling in love with London, and I would do Cuckoo for the rest of my life if I could. That's how much I enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your question, Paige. Have we got Cuckoo fans in? Right here. Honestly, I binge-watched Cuckoo all the way through, and I had a question for you about Cuckoo.
Yeah.
Because Dale and Rachel's relationship was so beautiful, his story arc and the ups and downs, and will they and then won't they. And it seemed that after season 5, when they went to Sierra Leone, and they came back, and you disappeared. What happened to the relationship? That was a proper.
It is true.
Question.
To be fair, I didn't write the show. Yeah, I know. It kind of was a bizarre ending for them. Like, I mean, they established that they're going to be together finally, because that was a roller coaster ride. And I love how complicated their relationship was. But finally, yeah, we got to a place where you're like, okay, great. They're both happy, they're together. Let's live happily ever after, Dale and Rachel. And then, yeah, he does leave, to pursue his modeling career? I think that's what it was. And it does definitely leave it with some questions. So, my pitch would be, let's pick it up where it left off. So I kind of like that you're saying that, because I think we have some unfinished business.
I love it. Would you like to see Dale return to Cuckoo? That'd be amazing. And it's so wonderful that you are a part of a sitcom, but not just any sitcom. You are a part, and a massive part, of a British sitcom. So we from all of us wonderful Brits, thank you. Round of applause for Cuckoo.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Shall we come to a question from number 2? Let's state your name, please.
Hi, I'm Jess, and my question is that in Twilight, obviously, a lot of the main focus was on vampires versus werewolves, and which do you think is the best?
Ooh. Vampire or werewolf?
Trick question. It's not. Clearly, it's werewolf. I don't know. What do you think?
Vampire, definitely.
What have you done? You've ruined the plan.
I'm just gonna cry up here now. Jess.
Give her a round of applause. Thank you, Jess.
I love you're like, what's your favorite? My favorite is definitely not you.
Oh, dear. Well, we have Twihards, we have Twilighters. What has been, and obviously you meet up these fans on a daily basis, what are some of the more unique and strange things that you get brought to you to sign? Is there anything that has jumped out at you? Maybe not even from today or yesterday, but over the years since Twilight. Any unique stuff?
Yeah, definitely a lot of unique stuff. For me, the craziest and the most intimidating is, and it has happened twice this weekend.
Well done, guys.
Is somebody saying, hey, can you sign this or whatever? I'm gonna get it tattooed. And I'm like, that is so much pressure. Like, I'm like, my hand starts shaking, and now they're gonna have a weird tattoo, and they're gonna have it for the rest of their life, and I'm not gonna be able to sleep at night thinking about it. So I haven't had it in a while. But yeah, this weekend, twice, I've had people tell me, can you write this? Or I think one of them was like, write whatever you want, and I'm gonna get it tattooed. I'm like, what?
You should have just wrote, this was a bad idea. Taylor Lautner.
But it's so sweet, and it means so much. It's just like, it's scary.
Yeah, that is a lot of pressure, man. That's going to be inked on someone. But did they tell you where they were going to have it emblazoned in glory forever?
Not this weekend, I don't believe, but one time I forget where we were. We were on some sort of press tour or something. And I think it was a premiere I think it was in like Tokyo or something. And when you're on the red carpet and there's like thousands of fans and it's just chaotic, sometimes like a fan will hand you, or you have a Sharpie, and they'll just be like, can you just sign my arm, or sign a body part, whatever. They don't have something. And you're like, okay. And I've signed plenty of body parts over the years. And then the next day or two, we were there for like a few days, I run into this girl, and she's like, I met you the other night at the premiere, you signed my arm. She's like, look. And she shows me, and it's already tattooed. I thought I was just signing her arm with a Sharpie, and the next day she had it tattooed on her arm. And I was like, wow. I mean, the dedication is amazing.
That is next level stuff. Has anybody got a Taylor Lautner tattoo? Good. Good people. Well done, well done. We're going to come to number 3, microphone 3. Please state your name and your question as clearly and concisely as possible.
Hey, I'm Lou. My question is, if you can be a character from Twilight for a day, apart from your own, who would you be?
Vampire!
Jess!
We've heard enough from you. Actually, I got asked this today, and I'm going to stick with it. And they were surprised by my answer, but I said Alice. Surprising. I mean, I already got the pixie cut. I don't know. I just feel like she's such a cool character. Who doesn't want to be Alice? I think it would be weird if I said Edward. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with it, and I would be Alice. Although, yeah, you said for a day, so I will stick with that. For life, no, because the scene into the future thing would bug the piss out of me, drive me absolutely nuts. But for one day, I would take it.
Yeah, we're happy with that. We like a bit of Alice, right? Thank you for your question. We're going to head over to 4. Hi, what's your name? What's your question?
Hi, my name's Sophia, and I just wanted to say you've always been my favourite character in Twilight. And my question is today, do you think there's ever going to be a new Twilight? And if so, would you stay with Jacob?
Okay. I don't. First of all, thank you. I don't know if there will, but I can tell you this. If there was, I would absolutely love to be a part of it, and I would never play anybody other than Jacob. I got his back, and I'll take care of him for you.
Bird. Oh. You heard it here first at Comic Con Liverpool. I love the way they go. Literally hanging on every arm.
Like I just saved a puppy from a tree.
love it. I love it. I love it. Oh well, we have merged from acting in such blockbuster movies like Twilight and Cheaper by the Dozen and Sharp Boy and Lava Girl, and you've been through the whole process, and you are back in the audio form of entertainment right now as you present a gorgeous podcast with your incredible other half, Taylor. Yes, has anybody listened to The Squeeze? Excellent. What do you guys think? Do you think it's good? Excellent. How have you found transitioning into podcasting?
Fantastic. At first, another thing that I was scared of. I don't think I've really said it this way to my wife. I just said that I didn't want to do it. But really, I was scared of it. One day she woke up and she was like, I really think that, I need to be doing this podcast, surrounding mental health, which she's very passionate about. And I think you should do it with me. I'm like, what? And she's like, yeah. And she knew she was gonna get me this way. She was like, you can just be my part-time co-host. Like my tagline will be full-time husband, part-time co-host. And she knew what she was doing. I was like, okay, that's fine. I can commit to that. And I think we filmed the first episode. And I was like, yeah, this is good. I want to keep doing this. And she was like, okay, that's what I thought. So it's been awesome. We only launched, I think, 2 months ago. But it's been fantastic. We've had such vulnerable, honest conversations surrounding mental health. We've had, friends of ours and awesome people on the show talking about their life and their journey through mental health. And more than anything, it's literally just been free therapy for both of us. I feel like I haven't had an outlet, definitely not a relatable outlet to talk to about a lot of things. And on the podcast, we have other people on who have gone through very similar things, and all the time, every episode, they'll, say how something in their life, has caused them this, or, a tip, trick, or tool they use to get through something. And I've been like, oh my gosh, I deal with the same thing. So it's been phenomenal, incredible for us, and the reaction from it and the support from everybody who's listened has been so great. So I can't wait to get back and continue filming. We have amazing guests lined up, and I just thank anybody who listens for the support, and recommend anybody who is going through any mental health journey themselves, or a family or loved one. It's very helpful, definitely for me.
Gorgeous. It's wonderful to have that platform to act as a release.
Sure.
For mental health, it's always good to know that there are people around that
Yeah.
can do the same.
Yeah, the biggest thing is just talking about it.
Yeah.
That's the first step, and it's by far the biggest step. So for me personally, I just went so many years not talking about it because I just was like a pusher downer. You feel scary things and you're not sure what to do with, and you're like, nothing's wrong. And as soon as you start talking about it, you just feel so much better. Yeah, for sure.
It alleviates. Promise me all that you're going to listen to The Squeeze. After 3, I want you all to say "I promise" as loud as you can. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Would you like to say hello to Taylor's wife, Taylor?
Hey, baby.
Sorry, Taylor. Didn't expect it. Let's do a couple more questions. Let's go to 2.
Sorry.
Hi, Two.
Loving that fez.
Thank you so much. I just wanted to ask, what's your favourite line, and why is it, Bella, where the hell have you been, Loca? Could you say the line for us, please?
Wait, what is my favorite line, and
why is it, where the hell have you been, Loca?
See, that whole thing I was kind of confused by. because I'm gonna sound like an old person here, and I'm getting up there. But I'm not on TikTok. I'm not kept up with the times per se. And I just, whenever this was, probably 2 years, I don't know, you could tell me, a year or two ago, I would just start walking the streets and people would come up to me and say, can you say, where the hell have you been, Loca? I'm like, what? I'm like, yeah, can you say, where the hell you been, Loca? I'm like, where the hell you been, Loca? Honestly, I forgot that was even a line in the movie. And it's such like it's not an important line. And it just blew up and became this thing. And I have no idea why, but people love it. And now I get it. I mean, I don't really get it, but I get it. So yeah, that's a fun one. But I feel like I'm hotter than you has always been my go-to favorite. Well, there's some good ones in there.
They like that one. I love the way that they pop with that. Yes, we agree. Well done. Thank you so much for your question.
Thank
that
you.
was wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Shall we head it up to 4? Hi.
Hi, I'm Yasmin. First of all, belated congratulations, Taylor and Taylor, on your wedding. You were a beautiful couple. And I'm wondering, since it's only 2 years until the 20th anniversary of Shark Boy and Lava Girl, if asked...
Make me feel old!
Me too! If asked, how would you feel about a grown-up Shark Boy and Lava Girl reprise?
I think it would be pretty cool. I mean, yeah, I've thought about it. I've had a lot of people ask about it. I truthfully am kind of confused why it hasn't been done, because I think that there is such like a cult following Shark Boy and Lava Girl fan base that still loves it. And the craziest thing is it's not just people 10, 15 years ago. It's still 5-year-old kids still are watching it, and it's just unbelievable. So I think that would be incredible. So if anybody's watching right now, let's start writing that script.
Hollywood, let's make it happen.
Hollywood, let's make it happen.
Boom! Hollywood, let's make it happen! We want to see it. You guys want to see it, right? Well, as we're talking about Shark Boy and Lava Girl, obviously 2 key superheroes for so many people, how would you like to inject yourself into the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Would that be something that you'd be interested in? What kind of character would you like to play if you did?
I would love and be honored to be a part of that universe. I'm a big fan of a lot of the movies. That would definitely be a dream come true. So I'd be open to it. I should start stretching right now so I can bring back some of my Shark Boy flips. But I don't know. I mean, in the universe, I'd say my personal favorite is I just loved the Iron Man films. And I think he's just phenomenal. So, yeah.